What's good, YouTube? For Last Speaks is back for another video. Man, it was a tired day for me, man. I came home from work, one of them days where I was spent, ate dinner, went right to bed, was gone. Talk about for good 4 to 5 hours. Wake up at midnight. For some dumb reason, I open up YouTube. I'm looking and searching, and then I'm seeing the devil is at work, and not just the devil, but the devils are at work. It's crazy, man. So I'm noticing that I had known this previously. The next game for the Aces is the Fever. Okay, so there's promotion going on and everything like that, and then I'm alarmed. I see a video where it has a picture of Asia Wilson on the thumbnail, and then in quotes right next to her picture is the quote: "Caitlyn should not have a Nike shoe," in quotes. So I'm alarmed by this. I'm like, damn, what's this about? Something going on that I'm missing? So I immediately hit the internet and I'm searching all over the place. I put it the quotes: "Caitlyn should not have a Nike shoe," there by Asia Wilson, right? And I'm unable to verify that Asia Wilson said these words. Because, I mean, if she did say this, I would be bothered by it, actually. I would be like, damn, why would she say that? You know, um, because let's be for real. These big companies, they they aren't giving shoes out to individuals based on whether or not they're good or not. Like Nike doesn't care who the best player is. They care about who they believe will sell product, right? They wouldn't care if an individual was the worst player in the league. If people are following them, they have a fandom, and they believe that the person will sell product, that's what those big companies care about, right? So, and that's obvious because they're giving out shoes before the player plays. They have no idea. They're just willing to gamble. Okay, this person has a lot of hype going into it, so we'll put money behind them. All right. So, and they just shouldn't have a problem with that. She should understand it. Um, Now, I'm aware of what happened prior to the start of the season, where she was asked a question about it and whether or not race plays a part in it. And she gave her honest opinion, and it's an opinion that I do agree with it. Race absolutely does play a part in it. There's no doubt about it. Everyone knows that. Everyone who's honest knows. Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes were a great feel good Rocky Balboa story. The media takes on those types of stories because if you're a media individual, you have a job to sell papers, to get people's eyes, to promote games. And one of the best ways to do that is to take and write a story. A game is just a game. It's just an event that's happening between two teams that nobody cares about. Now, if you can find a story, add a story to it that gets more eyes to it. You see, sports and sports media work hand in hand like that. That's why so much money is dumped into ESPN, into Fox. That's why guys like Stephen A. Smith make so much money because their job literally is to drive the interest of sports. Okay, Caitlin Clark was Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, not just her. Caitlin Clark and the Iowa Hawkeyes, because if you look, Kate Martin is very popular as well. Though Caitlin Clark is like second in voting for amongst fans for the All Star game, Kate Martin is like 12th. Okay, Kate Martin actually gets a big ovation. He claps when she comes in the game, right? So that Iowa Hawkeye team as a whole captivated some segments of the nation. It did not captivate me, I make it clear, but it did captivate many people. I was not interested in women's basketball at all, college, pros, or any of it, until I saw the image that the media portrayed all over the place of Angel Reese mocking her. Angel Reese doing that provided the spark and provided the story that it needed. And I will argue anyone down about this. Had she not run into Angel Reese, she would have been just another Kelsey Plum. With less talent, of course. But would have just been another Kelsey Plum. All right? Who she'll see tomorrow night. Which really should be the matchup highlighted. Should be Kelsey Plum and Caitlin Clark, really. Or maybe Chelsea Gray and Caitlin Clark. There should be no promoting of Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark. But the media doesn't care about the sport of it. You understand? They don't care about the sport of it. They've already shown that. They've shown that by the promotion that they've shown us thus far. The promotion so far of the sport has been about a white girl coming into a league that is predominantly black, and these black women are jealous of this white girl. They're out to hurt her, out to get her, all of that. That's what the media does. The media are just flat out devils. Period. They're devilish. Like, I would just say they're bad. I would just say they're evil, but they're worse than that. They're more insidious than that to me. They're devils. Period. Okay? And I call them that because that's accurately what they are. Because when you start to get into things like jealousy, envy, rancor, hate, lust, right? You're working now at the spiritual level. Now, the lower spectrum of the spiritual level, but you're working at the spiritual level. You see, the interesting thing about the human being, about us, is that we're energy beings. We can either reflect light at the energy spectrum, which is high and angelic, or we can reflect fire, which is light, but it's low light. It's destructive light. Okay? The devil's, that's fire energy. Light is angelic energy. Okay? Hate, jealousy, envy, all of these things they're devilish qualities, especially when it's used to incite. To incite. All right, so if you have two individuals here, we're going to say Asia Wilson and Caitlin Clark, they're going to have a matchup. If to promote it, you want to incite, okay, rancor, you want to incite jealousy, you want to incite these types of things and push those narratives, what you're doing is you're acting out. You're pushing a devilish narrative. You're playing like a devil. Because for those who believe in the Abrahamic traditions, Judaism, Islam, Christianity, we have the figure that we know as Iblis, whether you want to name him Lucifer, whether you want to name him Iblis, whether you want to name him Satan, is like in Hebrew. That's what he does. That's his role. Either he's an agent, according to the Jews, an enemy, according to the Muslims and Christians, you see. So, but we take it a step further. If a human being now acts out those particular attributes, then the human being is like a devil, can become a devil, or can be acting as a devil, right? This is why we have this term called the devil's advocate, who, when he's questioning you, he isn't even being sincere. What he's doing is he's trying to say, let me play the other side just to try to get something out of this that's not there. Let's just mess around with this here and try to pull out something that isn't really there. That's called playing the devil's advocate. All right. And that brother, that guy, I went on his video who put that quote and I said, where did Asia Wilson say this? And if he doesn't provide it, that guy's a devil. Period. Because only a devil does this types of things. Right? So, there is a matchup tomorrow night. And that's great. But if you want to promote it, you shouldn't have to lie. Shouldn't have to deceive. Right? Because it's just wrong. Those are devilish things. So anyway, Asia Wilson here talks about it.
Really good. I love playing.
Well, she does. Well, this is the thing here. It says Asia Wilson speaks on Caitlin Clark T-Mobile matchup, right? But you'll notice she doesn't say anything about Caitlin Clark.
Here, it's a different vibe. It's a different feel. Obviously, with the Knights, this is the Knights' home, so it's pretty cool just to be here and just go ahead and out here and have some fun. Go out here and be us. That's pretty. I don't care where we play. We just.
But throughout the comments section, right, you have Caitlin Clark fans coming in, and they wonder why people don't like them. But I guess they don't even care at this point. And they're saying, you know, well, it's because of Caitlin Clark, y'all moving to a bigger arena. You know, thank Caitlin Clark. You know, you could tell these people have never done anything athletic in their lives, because if they did, they would know that that's just not realistic. Number one, the players don't care. They couldn't care less about whether or not a game was played here or there. They couldn't care about that. They couldn't care less. And if it is people coming to see another player to see the opponent, why would they care or acknowledge that? The reality of Caitlin Clark fans is they somewhat care about Caitlin Clark, but really they care about themselves. They want to be acknowledged. They want to be acknowledged. Because you got to understand, if you're bragging about Caitlin Clark's fandom, you're just bragging about this little club that you are a part of at the end of the day. Because Caitlin Clark ain't doing nothing but playing basketball. And she's playing a basketball that y'all like to see for whatever reason. Y'all became fans during Iowa days or whatever and latched on. Many of you latched on just to, I don't know, YouTube footage of a girl shooting logo threes, which I've said plenty of times is a ridiculous reason to follow somebody or to think someone's going to be great. You know, it takes more than that. Now, I've admitted, she is a good basketball player. She's convinced me of that just from the little flashes that I've seen as a rookie. All right. I don't believe she's the greatest basketball player I've ever seen. I don't believe, like this one guy says, we've never seen anything like her and all. I don't believe any of that. Okay. But I do believe she's a good basketball player with the potential to be a great basketball player if she takes her game to the next level. But this desire for her ass to be kissed and all of that is really just a desire coming from you yourself as a fan for people to acknowledge you all as a group, as a clan, or whatever you want to call it. That's all that really is, deep down. Because you guys are the ones that decide that y'all want to watch this particular person, that y'all want to back this particular person. Has very little to do with her, actually. That's about y'all. So y'all are really self-serving individuals. And an individual who will put up a video where he's lying in a quote, actually lying, a quote from Asia Wilson about something she never actually said, is a self-serving individual because he knows 30,000 people, stupid-ass people, are going to click on the video and watch it because they're looking for something like that, which is devilish as well, that you're looking to see evil manifest. I know I do a lot of like roasting and sometimes I do a lot of clowning and stuff like that on my video. But believe it or not, I'm really trying to bring light. I'm trying to create a situation where there isn't just this big issue between players. I'm trying to show the other side. I bring quotes from players where they are given respect and they are trying to be welcoming to Caitlin Clark and all of that. But y'all gotta understand Asia Wilson's position. Like this one person says in the comment section, she's not mentioning Caitlin Clark once. Why would Asia Wilson mention Caitlin Clark? Like, what makes you think to someone of Asia Wilson's stature as a player? I don't care about her as a person with fans. That's just that's y'all. That's about y'all again. That's about fans. That has nothing to do with basketball. Why would she, as a basketball player, care about Caitlin Clark? Seriously. She's not even going to face her. All she has to do is crush her team, which is what's probably going to happen tomorrow night. Right? This person he's promoting this stuff about if Caitlin Clark can get this victory, it would just come at Aja Wilson. I guess because the now what's happening is, oh yeah, she just showed up Diana Taurasi. Like, I just one person say she torched Diana Taurasi. Caitlin Clark ain't torched nobody in that damn Mercury game. She ain't torched nobody. She played a good floor game. She shot horrible from the field. Horrible from the field. She was like 30% from the field, like 20% from three. Okay? She was locked up by Kalia Copper when it comes to scoring. But she played a good floor game. Had it not been for her teammates again, which is fine, but had it not been for her teammates, she doesn't win that game. They were down by like, I don't know how many points. Like the Fever, the damn Mercury almost gave the game away, if we're going to be honest. She didn't torch anybody. Diana Taurasi technically actually scored more points. Right now, Caitlin was impressive because of the assists. Okay? I guess the thing is now she's getting at these players and all of that. Will it happen against the Aces? Oh, God. You realize the Aces now is a different animal? Not only you got Aja Wilson, you got Plum, you got you got Chelsea Gray, who is the best point guard in the league. I want y'all to really watch Chelsea Gray. I'm glad y'all get a chance to see her. Right? That's the best point guard in the league. That's the matchup I'm interested in seeing. Right? She gets the assists without the turnovers. Without the turnovers. They call her the point god. Like, I don't say things like that because they're blasphemous statements, but, I don't say anything such god of this god. I don't do that. Even with Charlemagne, when I say his name, I never say Charlemagne the god, quote unquote. No. But I'm just saying that's what they call her. Yeah, just wanted to share that with y'all, man. I'm not even going to play this here part from Asia. I just want to address that, man. So tomorrow you got the game between the Fever and the Aces. I believe it's like 9 or 9:30 tomorrow night, and so it's going to be devilish promotions all over the place. Try to stay away from the devilish stuff and try to walk in the light. That's all I suggest. It's my advice. Peace out.